Hi everyone. Good morning, afternoon, evening, depending on where you are based. Welcome to Women Doing Afraid Facebook live sessions where we love having conversations that create change. I want to thank everyone who is usually logged in, following us, sending us messages, or just listen to what we have to say, supporting us from the sidelines, from the front lines. Just want to say that we really do um, appreciate you. And I just hope that you all had a fantastic week. It's April and the month is flying by, and I'm really, excited. I'm also hoping that you are doing things that you want to do, you're pushing through, you're going over those barriers of fear, and you are triumphing every single day. And like I usually do when I start, I like to give a brief intro about what Women Don't Afraid is for those who are probably joining us for the first time. Women Don't Afraid is a platform for women who are tired of their fears holding them down, and they are so ready to do life afraid. They do life, do business, do career, do school, do absolutely everything afraid. They are tired of insecurities, questions, doubts, and all sorts holding them down. What we try to do, or what we always aim to do for Women Not Afraid, is just have that platform where we provide tools, resources, messages, stories of other women to let you know that you are not alone. Whatever you are going through, somebody else has gone through and has succeeded. It might not be exact same blueprint for you, but that story, that person's memoir should be able to push you and motivate you into just flying high. And for today, my question to you is, who are you giving your time to? Who are you giving your time to? Who are you giving that precious commodity called time to? I don't know about you, but time is very precious, because the time, like, literally, it's when the second goes, you can't get that second back. And you look at 2017, we're already in April. Like, from January, February, March, April, can you give an account of what you have done with your time? And this is not even trying to put pressure on anyone, but for you to be very intentional about your living. And that's something I would also expatiate on. When I was, young and all that, we just literally go day by day. We wake up, sleep, go to school, do the exams. Sometimes we can't even just wait for the exams to go. We want to graduate so quickly. Now I'm thinking, I wish I could just, capture some of that time back. I wish I wasn't such in a hurry to grow up, because then we're not living intention, and then we just wanted to just quickly get to the, a stage where we're free and all of that. But no, now we're older, now we're wiser, now we know that time is such a precious commodity. Time is so valuable that whatsoever you're giving your time to has to be worth it. And going back to intentional living, if you are living intentionally, if you are really thinking about what you're doing per second, per minute, per day, you would know who you're giving your time to. You would know how you invest your time. You would know what resources you're spending your time to. And that really is the message of today's video. Who are you giving your time to? What business are you giving your time to? What person are you giving your time to? What social media platform are you giving your time to? What organization are you giving your time to? What company are you giving your time to? Just literally think about it. I know most of us, we don't think about it, but when you wake up in the morning and you go to work, the amount of hours you're driven on the road to go to work, and then you're not enjoying what you're doing. That time that you're spending doing that, not being happy about what you do you really think you get that time back? Speaking to someone that maybe doesn't encourage you, someone, being in conversations that don't inspire you, conversations that have no head or tail. When you spend that 1 hour, 2 hours on the phone or speaking to someone or something, when you're gone, ask yourself, can I get that time back? When you're putting time in a business that you have absolutely no passion in, like you have no passion for, you're just probably doing it because at that moment it was trendy, you wanted to make a quick buck and all that. That time that you're spending, can you get it back? If you can't get it back, so how are you going to be able to account for it? How are you going to, the things that you could have done with that time, how would you get it back? And a lot of people, or things that I've also read, says that, time wasted can be gotten with speed. What that means is maybe you spend 5 years doing something you shouldn't do. Nothing is saying that in the next 1 year when you do the right thing, you won't be able to get back the 5 years you have wasted. That is absolutely true. But at the end of the day, for someone who's not living intentional, you will even know what to do next. So be very cautious about your time. And I just want to read something that meant a lot to me this week. It says, we get what we invest in, and the time we spend comes back with interest. I don't know about you. What do you think? Do you agree that the time you spend comes back with interest? The time I spend in my business comes back with interest. The time I spend with my child, my children comes back with interest. The time I spend with my spouse comes back with interest. The time I spend in that company comes back with interest. The time I spend with my friends comes back with interest. Do we agree? I absolutely agree. And the thing about interest is, depending on the kind of account you have, is you might not really see it. It comes in little drops. Little drops. You're wondering, how much is this? But a time would come, if you're consistent, if you're patient, it is going to pay off. Now imagine if you spend time in something that is valuable, that means a lot to you. Imagine if you spend time working on that business. You're putting in the hours, you're putting in the work, you're fine-tuning, you're learning, you're growing, you're expanding, regardless of the fear, regardless of the insecurity, regardless of the competition. You just literally continuing and putting out the work. You might not see the interest, but I can guarantee you, with consistency, with dedication, with learning, you would see the interest. And when it comes up, people will be like, oh, she just blew. No, she didn't just blow. She had put in the time. She had put in the work. She didn't just blow. When someone's working in a company, you're going in day and day night. You're putting in the work. You probably go in early. You leave a little bit late because you want to put an excellent kind of project or product out there. Other people might not understand it, but by the time you promote it, by the time you go through the rounds, people are like, oh, we just came in. Why? How come you just here? No, you didn't just come in. You put in the work. Time that you spend would get back with interest. So while you're using your time for something that you know personally adds no value to you, adds no value to your life, just remember, this time that I'm using is going to come back with interest. Am I going to like the kind of interest it's coming back with? Am I going to like? And even with talking about savings account, and you're saying, okay, some savings account might not give you the best kind of interest, but with good research, right, you can get accounts that can give you great interest. And that's where intentional living comes in, by you asking yourself, what can I do right now that would add value to my life next week or next 2 weeks? What course can I take right now that would add value to my life? I might take the course right now, but hey, for example, someone who probably works in an organization, she wants to be in a managerial position, right? She wants to be part of the executive board. Nothing is saying that she couldn't go and learn, or maybe join something like Toastmasters, or join a kind of organization or a training where she gets better in public speaking. She that builds her confidence. When the time comes, just that skill that she's learned when it wasn't necessary, are you telling me that it won't come back with interest? Of course it would. It would definitely come back with interest. So ask yourself, what am I investing my time in? Would I like the interest that it gave me back? That's a question for you. He also says, if you practice 5 minutes of something new, you will become better at it. Yes. If you practice wasting your time, you become better at it. Because to you, it'll be like, oh yeah, why not? I'm already used to this. If you practice something new, if you're consistent with something new, you will get better at it. And this is what I usually tell myself. Nothing is difficult. Nothing was made difficult. It started with simple blocks that got intertwined, and then they look complicated. Even for subjects always start simple and then they look complicated. So then for you, it's that thing that you want to learn. Time might look like a big chunk, but break it down to the seconds, to the minutes. If I use my second and minute to learn something new, what do I think? Am I going to be better at it? Of course, yes, you would be better. Even for social media, if you use your time to keep looking at social media, keep looking at people's stuff, and instead of probably getting inspired, you're getting riled up, you're feeling like you're not doing enough. You have this negative emotions, negative feelings, and all that. Instead of take the break away and you keep looking at it, you realize that you take your eyes away from social media, right? when you look outside, you don't even appreciate, you will no longer appreciate what you have. You begin to have this fear of I'm not good enough, fear of I'm not big enough, fear I'm not blown enough, fear of, or my mates are doing my mates are doing this, I'm not doing that. But why not get inspired and then take your eyes away from that thing? Because you know yourself, you know when the emotions that are not good are creeping up. So why do we keep looking? Why do we keep looking? That's why we know definitely is an addiction. Social media, you can get, it is a thin line between, hey, I'm on social media, between, hey, I'm addicted to social media. Why would you keep looking at something that doesn't bring anything positive to your heart, to your life, or to anything that concerns you? Hey, that's the question for you. Why not take my eyes away from feeling sorry for myself and focus, put that energy into my business, put that energy into learning how to do maybe Google Analytics, social media for my business, work on my website, speak to someone, brainstorm with someone, come up with ideas, go out, take a walk, and just think about how I can be better, how I can be a plus to my generation, how I can use the gifts that God has given me, and then start. For some weeks now, I realized that just being silent, just everything is silent, everywhere is quiet, and you're just thinking about the things that God has given you, about the ideas you have, and thinking about how to make it better, how to bring it to pass. Just that quiet helps a lot. That's how you can use your time. You can use your time to reflect, to think, to come up with ideas. And then from there, you can drop courage to execute them. But in the midst of chaos and noise, how would you be able to accomplish that? Okay. Also, it says the difference between who you are now and who you were 5 years ago is largely due to how you have spent your time along the way. The habits that we are now is what we've invested our time in before. It says a small thing repeated over and over again is no longer a small thing. Yes, I absolutely agree to that. The small thing that you're doing now, you think it's small, but over and over again, it's no longer small. And that goes back to what I'm saying. Complicated things don't just happen. Big things, they just don't appear from the air. They are formed with simple building blocks. That simple thing, that simple habit, that simple attitude, the simple things that you think, oh, it's not relevant. Yeah, I can just spend, go over my phone and just look around, I'm just chilling, right? Over and over again. If you account for that time, you realize you've wasted so much of your time doing absolutely nothing with zero interest. A simple thing, the simple things that you think are not relevant now. Think about it. Be intentional. What are the things that I'm doing now that I can't even account for? What am I wasting my time on? Am I doing things I know I shouldn't be doing, but I can't get myself to break away from it? That's a question that I want you to think on even for this weekend. Sit yourself down and say, okay, I've got 24 hours in a day. Can I account for all of it? For every single one. When I wake up, what do I do? How am I adding? How am I using my time? How am I using this commodity called time to add more time into my life, to add more years into my life? Can I account for 1 second, for 1 minute? Can I say, okay, I'm using this to invest in myself, professional development, personal development, okay, emotional development. I'm using time with family and friends. I'm using this time to invest, in my finances. I'm using this time to read. I'm using this time to relax. I'm using this time to think. Can you account for that? And this all ties down to also being afraid. A lot of people are afraid because they feel like they don't have enough time. But if you ask them to tell you what they've done with their time, they can't say clearly. That's because they're not intentional about what they're doing with their time. So if you're out there and you're one of your fear is, oh, I don't have enough time, I can't do this because so many things going on, just sit back and relax. Okay, what am I doing with my time? And these things that I'm investing my time with, are they what I'm supposed to be investing? What's the point of spending money just because you have a lot of money? You just throw it on every form of stocks and shares and all that. No. If you know that your money is very important to you, you work so hard for it, won't you be very intentional about what shares or stocks you're investing your money? So also it's time. And the thing about time is that because we're young, we feel like we've got so much time ahead of us. Yes, we do. But what we're doing right now will also determine if the time we have ahead of us, if we're going to be enjoying it, if we're going to be receiving our rewards, if we're going to be getting a great harvest, or if we're going to continue toiling. That is enough fear. Even people, I know some people that are afraid of the tomorrow, they're scared of the tomorrow. But if you're confident that you're putting in the work right now, you're sowing the seeds, you might not see what's going on, you're not sure even, okay, I've started this business, I don't even know what's going on, but I'm just going to put in the work, put in everything that I've got into it because I know that this is what I'm supposed to be doing. At least there is a form of assurance in your heart that when tomorrow comes, I know I'm putting in the work, tomorrow is going to come, and I'm going to see my fruits, I'm going to enjoy my labor. That is it. So be intentional about your time, number one. Just always remember that the time that you invest now, you're going to get it back with interest. But it's up to you to determine what kind of interest am I going to get back. Also remember that simple things done over and over again are no longer simple. But also complicated things were not just born out of the air. They were birthed from simple. So what is the simple thing that you're doing right now that you're ignoring? Because you got to be careful. Sooner or later, it's going to get really complicated. But the question is, are you going to enjoy the complication? Or is it a complication that you want to dismantle? And then it might be too late. So, invest your time in things that add value to you, that adds value to people around you, that adds value to your community, to your environment, to your business, to things that matter to you. Invest your time in that way. And then that fear of I don't have enough time, that fear of tomorrow, just realize that day in, day out, when you're intentional about your living, you're overcoming that. You're overcoming that fear. You're overcoming that fear. So don't waste your time. Don't waste your time, dear woman. Don't waste your time, okay? Invest your time. If you're looking for what to do with your time, pick up a book and read. If you're looking for what to do with your time, go out there and join a professional organization that appeals to you, that is in the line with what you're doing. If you're looking for what to do with your time, go for networking. Speak to other people. You know, look at what to do with your time. Watch documentaries or videos or messages that would inspire you, that will encourage you, that will motivate you. If you're looking for what to do with your time, start that thing that you've always been pushing away. That you know that thing, right? You know that thing that you've always been pushing away, that you're like, I'm going to do it tomorrow. No, tomorrow comes, I'm going to do next tomorrow. Start it. It's not going to start itself, so you start it. If you're looking for what to do with your time, think about how to be a blessing, how to be valuable, how to live in purpose. That's it. That's my message for you today. And I thank you all for joining. And always, feel free to send messages, questions, and, we look forward to answering them all. And also follow us on our page on Facebook, Women Doing It Afraid. And we also have a website as well where you can subscribe to our mailing list. There we share all the new happenings, the new ideas that we have, the way to continue to grow, grow the community, get ideas, just putting our things out there so that you, dear woman, who you're doing it afraid, you will know that you've got powerful people around you who are cheering you on every day. Thank you so much and have a fantastic, refreshing, wonderful weekend. And until next week, sign up. Women Doing It Afraid.